Hello everybody and welcome to episode 23 of my Minecraft series. In this one, we will create the wall-type tree farm. Now I did design it completely done between the last and this episode, and there is one slight problem I faced. And that problem is that the farm is directional. So the farm will only work in one of these sections, and you can probably guess where I'm going with this. It only works if it is in this area. Which means we will have to tear this shulker farm down and build it up again in this spot. So that is one thing that makes this kinda annoying to do, but there isn't many other ways around this. I could modify the farm in the creative world, but I think this is just easier. So let's do it. I have built it all up again now, but I messed up. This farm is now built at least 10 blocks too far up, so it will hit the ceiling in the room that will be here. So I will have to mine it all down again and build it up again. And that's not even the worst part. I'll tell you the worst part after that's done. The farm is now working and built in the right spot. And we can now go on to make the wood farm. Now I have made it here in Light Medica. We go to, this is the wall type tree farm. And it is consisting of 17,000 blocks, which is a few blocks. And here's the material list. So I will gather up all these different things, and I'll see you when that's done. That was horrible, but I now have everything I need, hopefully, to make the farm. These shulkers are not color-coded except for these red ones. I was gonna tell you the worst part of the moving the farm. I did find a fix to make it work in two directions, so I didn't really need to tear it down. But it's done. So I guess we'll just go along with it. And we will build the wood farm here. And I said we weren't really going to do this a lot more, but I think it's best if we just bank this entire thing out in one big time lapse. So let's go. with all that done, we have a lot to test out. Because I have no idea if any of these farms really work. I have tested the moss farm, that works very well. And it has actually produced a lot of moss. It's all backed up in the farm, and it also started coming down here, yeah. So the farm I'm most scared about is this one, because it's very complex and I don't really know how it works. I have studied it a lot, and I did build it, but that was just a schematic. So yeah, we'll test this one first. But before we can do that, I have to fill up this chest with some TNT. I have now put in 2 shulker boxes full of TNT, and that should last for a while. This blast chamber should do about 200 blocks per blast, so the 2 shulker boxes of TNT should yield me 400 shulker boxes of wood. If my math is correct. But before we test this, I should probably just tell you what's going on here. The first farm I built here is the Nether wood farm, which farms the warped and crimson wood. I have it now set as only crimson because I will need a lot of that. This farm should farm jungle, acacia, birch, oak, and spruce. This is probably the simplest farm here, and that's the mangrove farm. And over here we have the cherry farm. This moss farm is just connected up to the nether tree farm. I might connect it up to the others also later. And they all feed into the same blast chamber here, if I've set it up correctly, which I should have. It's hard to mess up a schematic. But now I think it's time to test this farm out. Which is very scary, because if I break it, I have no idea how to fix it. So, yeah, let's go. I've got some jungle saplings now. And yeah, I have to take that up. That block is to stop oak trees from growing really big in here. So that should go down when I'm planting spruce, and up, no, oak, and up when I'm planting anything else. I kind of wish I had the free cam mod for this, but we'll just have to. Okay, let's turn that on. Oh, that was dispenser in the system. Okay, yeah, no, I will turn that off because that could get very annoying. Yeah, as I said, the free cam mod, I could just stand here and look at myself from other angles, but let's just plant it and look at the farm. Yeah, let's see if this works. It doesn't, because it doesn't have bone meal yet, and I knew that. It's just testing you. So I'll just take that and turn it off. Get some bone meal. Got some bone meal from the bone meal farm, and I don't really know if there is one certain input for the bone meal, or if I should just put it inside of the dispensers. Yes, I think these are the inputs for the bone meal. Let's just test it out. Maybe it will go up to the dispensers when I start the farm. Yes, it does. Okay, now it sounds very weird without the sound. Maybe we try 1%. Yeah, that's not annoying. Yeah, let's try. It seemed so good. Yeah. Okay, did the rest work? It didn't really go far here. Oh yeah, no, it's broken. I'm gonna try and troubleshoot this, and I'll come back to you. You may have spotted this. I didn't. But yeah, I have the 3 honey in a row here. So that is why this thing wasn't working. And hopefully that had some kind of chain effect to make the other things over there not work. I also did add some leaves here because those were there in the schematic, but they didn't really look necessary. But I thought they didn't really look natural either. So I just put them in there. And like that, almost like that, it should be good. And, oh, I'm bouncing. Okay, and when things go into here, I don't really know where they end up. Because I've seen a lot of things go down here, and I'm trying to look here, and nothing's there. And, oh, maybe down there. Yeah, there's the things. Okay, let's try this out again. One. Okay. And this thing did not work. I don't really remember if I fixed it or like reset it from this state the last time. So I'm just gonna fix it up real fast and then I'm gonna try again. Oh, and this part is just, yeah, I need to fix this. Okay, it's all fixed up now. And I should also remove those. I'm seeing that this thing is constantly powered, which powers this piston, well, these pistons. And maybe the schematic was kind of flipped, so because that is powered because of the oak mode lever is powered. If I were to flick this lever, turn that off, the flying machine will put that block down there. And that is no longer powered. So what if I just go a little rogue and remove that? I can turn off the farm, where, here. And if I just place this block up here now. Because those pistons can be powered when I only grow the small oak trees. So if I do it like this, those are not powered anymore. And I need to fix this and then we can try it again. Let's try this again. Okay, this part worked. If I now go around here, it looks like, yeah, it's all pushed down here now. So I think everything worked. I will now sleep and test a few more trees and see if they make it to the blast chamber. It's broken again. The dirt block is gone. I'm gonna turn it off. Okay, the dirt block is gone. And I want to find out if anything else broke. That thing is like, goes back and it's like pushes that block out. And I've seen this a lot in my testing world, and I don't know if it's a big issue. Yeah, that's very broken, and that might be the reason the dirt didn't get back. I'm not really sure. But how far did it get? It got here. And that's not far. Okay, let's see if I can do some fixes again. I found the problem, and you can see I downloaded the free cam mod. This is kind of cheating what I'm doing right now. So I'm standing there and I can place a sapling while I'm in this cam. And this totally works now. And you can also see it's starting to fill up, well, it's going to fill up the blast chamber soon. See, it's building up here now. And yeah, so the problem was that there are a lot of trapdoors here, and I was missing one in the middle. So, kind of noob mistake, and luckily it wasn't too bad. So it's all working now, and we should probably go check out the other farms and see if those are working. The next one I wanted to try out is the Nether tree farm, and I'm gonna start with one and see how it goes. It went horribly. I don't know what happened here. This thing is really broken. I turned it off and it's still just going. I need to figure out what happened here. I have actually made it work here now. The only thing I had to fix here was to fill up a lot of these things with bone meal. And maybe it isn't fixed. Yeah, it is. It just has to go down a bit here, and then this will unlock and a little bit more, I hope. And things are starting to move in here. And hopefully the blast chamber works. Now I just gotta do the same with the other side here. And we have got our first blast. And yeah, one thing I didn't show you is that I have some shulker box loaders here. And you can see how they are all color coded. I tried to have them all in different colors, except for the three on the end. Those are the warped block, and is that the name? Probably. And the mangrove roots in this, and then the woods here. It's warped, crimson, cherry, mangrove, dark oak, acacia, jungle, birch, spruce, and oak. I thought those colors kind of made sense. I could have most of them in brown, the oak, spruce, jungle, dark oak, all those could be brown, but I kind of thought they could have different colors, and these colors kind of represent them. But I don't have the filters set yet, so now they are starting to fill up with the wrong wood types, so I kind of have to fix that. Yeah, here you can see this is building up now. And maybe, if we're lucky, we can see a blast. And there we go. All of those blocks shoot down here and get collected up here. And the filters are working, they're just not set properly. So this farm, Nether farm, and blast chamber are fully working now. Now we just have to test the other ones here and also set the filters. I will do that first. All the filters are now set and it should all be working now. I hope. I have thrown some of the excess wood I had in my inventory into the stream, and they all went into the right spot, so should be working. Now we still have 3 more farms to test out. I have high hopes for these ones. Oh, this seems like it's working. Yeah, that looks very good. Okay, yeah, so the propagules don't drop from the leaves. So mangrove's kind of different. This farm did come with I'm gonna turn this off. Did come with a little propagule farm. I'm gonna show you it actually. If I do the placement on, you can see it's this thing over here. I didn't build it because I don't think I want it there. I think I'm gonna build it over here because I have space. And yeah, you can see some of the walls here of how the base is going to be. So you can see I'm going to need the crimson wood there. So kind of spoiler right there. And enough of that. So that will come here later. And yeah, mangrove is working. Now it's time to test out the cherry wood. And this farm is so cool. It's like one box. Super cool design. And I hope I built it correctly. So let's try it out. I don't think this is working. I'm trying to just place it there. No. We have now got the cherry farm all working. I don't really know what the problem was. These things were like stuck up here, and I just broke them down and built them up, and it started working. So yeah, that's good, I think. Let's see if it merges correctly here. Yeah, that looks very good. Now, one thing I have to remember is to not have this running and start another farm, because if these start moving at the same time, it all breaks. But that should be very easy to remember, because it happened a lot in my test world. But now, we will look at the last farm. Now, these farms I have shown you are not my designs. I will link them in the description. But this last one is my design, and you can see it looks very janky. It uses some weird mechanics here. I used the Ravagers to break the leaves. I could not find a single dark oak farm that didn't use TNT blast, TNT duper or a wither to destroy the wood. I really wanted to find a dark oak farm that got all the wood into a single line for the blast chamber, as all of these other farms do. But I could not find one, so I spent months figuring out how to make this design. I'm not a redstoner, and so this looks terrible, but it works. And I have done some tests in the creative world, and I seem to not lose that many saplings. I actually did one test for like 20 minutes maybe, and I gained 4 saplings, I think. And that is a very hard part with dark oak farming. You get very few saplings and you have to have power to plant a tree. Now, I am actually missing the allies. There should be 4 allies in here to gather all the saplings from around the room, and that's why there's also glass around here. So I will have to get those, but I will wait with that, and I'll just get some saplings. I changed my mind. I am going to get the allies right now, because there's really no reason to just not do it right now. And there are some allies just right over here. So let's see if I can get these. Yeah, I've now got them over here. And yeah, I have some amethyst shards in here. Now I can... You know what, I will get them on a lead, so I'm sure they don't fly away. They shouldn't fly away when they have items, but yeah. Maybe this works. Okay, good. Take and take. Okay. That's a good song. Okay. We are done with that. And now we can just try to get these people into the farm. Which was hard and creative when they escaped. So let's see how it will go now. Okay, 3 are in. I only need to get the last guy in here. And one is out. I only have 3 on a lead now. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm holding the last one. Why did it not go in there? Okay, that's all 4. Okay, now we can take that off and try to not lose them. And I have to get a minecart. And also, before I start this farm, I don't even have the bone mill in yet. But I'm going to show you the fix to make this working in 2 directions. Take this away and put the hoppers back here and the chest here. And now it works in 2 directions. The reason it doesn't work all directions is because the northwest sapling needs a 3x3 area far up. And that's this one right now. So now it would work in that position and that one. Back here, this glass is in the way. And I don't think this interferes with it. But the glass does. And the redstone. But now, the moment of truth. The farm I designed. Will it work? I think so. I made it. Of course it will work. I'll start it like that. And it first has to prime the system. So it has to move it there. I will just hold down right click here. And I'll get moved like this. And now it's on a hopper clock. Oh, I've got a friend. I can be stopped by the allies. And yeah, it's happening right there, so I will have to just look slightly that way. And now it is doing things. And it looks like it's all working. So if you're wondering about this, it goes in here and gets pushed down like that. And then this part gets pushed inwards. Or after that, put inwards there. And this goes there, inwards there, and down. So it kind of just takes all the corners. Like first that one, and that, and that, and then that. So that was the most efficient way I could find it. And it's all working. So now every single farm here is working. And we have every single wood type automated. And we have a leakage in the alleys. So I would have to find that. I don't know where they come out. But I have to fix that, because that's not good. And look at the blow up. Now all of those will go and be sorted in the shulker loader. Ooh, maybe here when this goes away, the only this part of the piston is there, and maybe can fit through there. Yes, the glass block is working there. So I hope that's the place he escaped from. Now all the guys are in here, and hopefully there's no place to escape. Oh, and I'm seeing a thing up there. It's not really safe to be up here, but sometimes I have to, and that guy is not breaking the leaves, which could cost me a lot of saplings. And one thing I can do is to punch him. I don't want to do that too much. I don't want these guys to die. Okay, he saw me and he broke the thing. So the snowmen are throwing the snowballs at the ravagers, which causes them to break the leaves. But sometimes the leaves can get in the way of their eyesight, and then they will lose the attraction to the ravager. So I have made some progress. I'm gonna show you now. First off, below here, I have made a collection area where everything is sorted correctly. I did some AFKing on this farm, so we have got a lot of crimson stem now, and also a little bit of wart blocks. I also did a little test with the dark oak, and yeah, the farm isn't very fast. It produces around 2 boxes an hour, maybe a little bit less. I also made the propagule farm here. So it's, if I made a full war under here, it would be on the same level as the AFK spot for the mangrove trees. And also the same as that spot. When I tested dark oak over here, I noticed that when I had one double chest of bone meal, it ran through that in like 30 minutes, 20 minutes or something. So I decided to make this chest where I input bone blocks, and they get crafted into bone meal when this has a low amount of bone meal, so that it can run for at least a few hours at a time. And with that, I also doubled up the bone meal farm, so I made a second one on top here. And with 2 of these bone meal farms, this will get easily full. So I have also made a bone block crafter here. So it goes, first it will try to go down here, fill up this, and then everything will go in here and make bone blocks. And it works very fast as well. I also noticed that this part of the blast chamber sometimes didn't really push these things out. And then I checked the chunk borders, and this is where the border is. Now, I didn't really think it was the chunk's fault, but just in case, I made these chunk loaders. So all of these chunks are loaded. And I haven't really had an issue after that. Now, I have no experience with chunk loaders, and I found it kind of cool how close the portals in the Nether can be, because these barely have any blocks between them. So I thought that was very cool. Now, I did notice that this episode turned out to be very long, and we have made a lot of progress in this one. So I am deciding to end it here. So if you liked the episode, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And please leave feedback in the comment section. And I hope I will see you in next one. Goodbye.